host/chauffeur, BHC. All right, should be reconnected now for everyone. BHCxDark. As always, YouTube and Facebook, Black Hood Crew. My name directly on Twitch, Twitter, Steam, Trovo, TikTok, Instagram. As you can see, got a new format here. Nice little box. Comments down below. And I like it. I like it. It's nice for this format. Having the whole, big thing, giant background for no reason. Makes no type of sense. I mean, this is more of a mobile thing. I like it. It works. So yeah, comments are down below. Obviously, I can still see it out here on the screen. So it is Tuesday, November 1st. Finally, November 1st. 2022. And I'm on my way to work. It is a hot, as in it's 97 degrees right now. Hot Tuesday here in South Florida. A little bit of clouds in the sky, but nothing to write home about. You know what I mean? It definitely looks like it probably won't rain. But then again, even though there's very little clouds out, that still doesn't change the fact that it can start raining at any point in time. Because that's how it is here in South Florida. So anyway, I got back late last night. It would be early this morning. It was after midnight, so technically early this morning. Coming back after seeing my kids in Orlando, where they live, for Halloween. My youngest went as Fat Thor from Infinity War and Endgame, but he dual wielded Mjolnir and Stormbreaker. And then my oldest, man after my own heart, went dressed as Link from Breath of the Wild. Full tunic, master sword, and Hylian shield. Love it. I went as an unnamed Jedi, wielding my lightsaber. Well, one of my lightsabers. The one I bought from levelupsavers.com. Go ahead and head there. They do not sponsor this video, but the product's good enough to worth mentioning it. I saw other Jedi there, other people dressed as Jedi, a couple, little Vaders here and there. Saw a couple Mandos, that's Mandalorian, Din Djarin. And for those Jedi, those other Jedi, they busted out their own lightsabers, but the thing with them was that they were rocking the Disney lightsabers. Given the fact that it is Orlando, the proximity to Disney is right there. However, as the sun went down and things got darker, you can see theirs. You can see their lightsaber. But it was really hard not to notice mine, because mine was bright. Mine was loud. Mine flashed on Clash. Like, I was rocking a lightsaber. And everywhere I went, whenever I cracked that thing on, people were like, it was bright, it was loud, it changed colors. If you want to see how it turned out, by all means, check my Instagram. I made a post on there. You can check out my TikTok. It's there as well. Name as it appears right. Oh, let me get right here. So yeah, go ahead and check it out. I think it turned out pretty good. It was a hot one, so there was a lot of sweating. So I definitely got to clean my outfit. But it's definitely something I will be keeping going forward, mostly because it fits. So that's always nice, something that actually fits. Nice to have it. Dude, are you serious right now? Wow. Absolute wow. What an idiot. Anyway. I'm definitely going to hang on to it. Maybe bust it out next year for parties and whatnot. I'm still working on a much better costume for next year. If I can ever get my 3D printer up and running again. But yes, I will be rocking a much better Halloween costume. Oh, excuse me. A much better Halloween costume, much more detailed costume for next year. So definitely look forward to that. There'll be lots of pictures, lots of video. I actually have photos and video I will be uploading to both Instagram and TikTok within the next day or so. So if you wanted to see how it really turned out, by all means, find my accounts, add the name here. At least that's, yep, that's. Gotta make sure this new format, I'm trying it for the first time. Looks neat, just wanted to make sure that this is my name right here. But yeah, so definitely look out for that. I think my outfits turned out great. Definitely gonna hang on to it going forward. Jesus Christ. Get more sleep. The kids ones, not so much. They had, I don't want to say it was cheaper material, but it's meant for kids, so it's not anything overly fancy. Their costumes did their job. They did look the part, which is great because that's what I wanted out of it. And the kids had fun, which is the most important thing. I had fun too, but it was more important that the kids had fun. You know what I mean? Come on, come on. So yeah, everybody had fun. I got to walk around. I busted out the boots, which I will be posting a better picture of. On Instagram. I got some video of the lightsaber in action. So yeah, definitely had a lot of fun. Next year is going to be fun as well. Hopefully it'll be a cooler Halloween next year, because like it was hot. So it'd be nice if it was cooler. There was a nice breeze as we were walking through this neighborhood. And by neighborhood, I basically mean this single avenue in this neighborhood, because it's the one that is most known for having the most houses participating in Halloween, with people actually sitting outside on their front porches handing out candy, which is always fun. There was this one old lady. I think she won when it came to Halloween decorations, because she's sitting on her front porch handing out candy. But literally to her left was maybe a 15 to 20 foot tall animatronic werewolf. This thing was huge, and I took a picture of it because it was too awesome not to. So expect that, an edited version to edit out the little old lady. But that will be uploaded to my Instagram within the next day or so, along with the other pictures. Simply because it's way too much fun decorating, setting everything up for Halloween. Way too much fun. So yeah, lots of fun. Got back in time for some personal stuff that I needed to do this morning, which I did, and devil horns on a Camaro, red Camaro with devil horns, just passed. Got some rest afterwards. Woke up in time to get my way into work today. Like I said, it is Tuesday, so I was not at work on Sunday and Monday, so I have nothing to report in terms of how bad it was. Although I can only hope it wasn't for my coworkers that were here. The limit's 40, dude. You're barely doing 35. People. So yeah, nothing to report on work. I will let you know maybe how today goes. But as always, the problem day is Monday, because it's always a problem day. For many reasons, but it's usually a problem day. So we'll see. Traffic seems to be on its usual mess today. Green lights and nobody's moving, so normal. Anyway, so oh yeah, yawning too much. Let's see. News-wise, world's still on fire. Yeah, world's still on fire. You know, now we're having damn shooting happen in other countries. Like, the U.S. is no longer isolated when it comes to stuff like that. Not like we were before. Other countries have had, you know, issues with gun violence and stuff like that, and clearly not to the level that we've had here in the United States. But when it starts to come up on American news stations, you know it's a problem. You know it's a serious problem. And gun violence here is a serious problem. Very much a serious problem. And it's not fair, because usually the people who are caught in these violences, I say usually because it's not always, you know, somebody of, you know, more proper standing in society. It's usually, it sometimes is the bottom of the barrel people who are just gunning each other down for nothing. But more often than not, it's regular, innocent people that are being gunned down, whether it's on the street, in their own homes, or God forbid, in their own school. I was made aware that someone set up for the children that lost their lives in Uvalde, that they set up in ofrenda with their actual school desks. Now, if you don't know what ofrenda is, this is basically a shrine of sorts where you put up photos of the the ones that had passed on as a way to remember them. Now, if you've seen the movie Coco, they do a much better job of representing what an ofrenda normally would look like, um, as well as the whole concept and the lore behind it. Which, if you haven't seen Coco, I mean, buy. The movie's fantastic. But they did this for the children. So the children's actual desks, which they had assigned desks so they know who's who. Set up the photo, had the petals of the flowers, all the decorations, everything that you would have for like a Day of the Dead celebration. But in this case, for these children, which the Day of the Dead is not supposed to be a solemn day. It is a day of remembrance. It's a day of celebrating the life of those that have passed on, whose photos you now have in front of you. You know, in Mexico, they would actually bring offerings to where the deceased person is buried in the form of food, drinks, things that they enjoyed in life. They bring it to them in death as, again, a way of remembering them. And for these children, it was a nice thing to do, but personally, it shouldn't have to be done. It shouldn't be something that happens. You know? Children should only have to worry about going to school. They should only have to worry about making friends. You know, doing their work in school. Killing me right now. Far too many slow people and far too many fast lanes. Anyway, no child should ever be in a position or even have to worry about something like this happening to them. It's disheartening. It's downright despicable that this is something that occurs in what is supposedly the greatest country in the world per all these patriots who then turn around and want to tell you that in spite of all of the statistical numbers, in spite of everything, that all the data that's screaming at them in the face, telling them more people with guns is not the answer. And say, you can't go against my Second Amendment rights, even though anybody with half a brain can read the Second Amendment and go, this isn't talking about regular citizens, like, hanging out. You know what I mean? Like, if you actually read it, it's talking about a well-regulated militia. Not necessarily. Briefing 85 downstairs posted, down there posted, that they're saying that many kids aren't socializing because they're constantly on tablets and phones, making them less social. Not at all. Actually, if you were to look at my own children as an example, they enjoy their YouTube videos. They enjoy, their handheld gaming, their phones. They actually have phones. But no, they are just as social as anybody else's kids. They look forward to going to school, hanging out with their friends, going to events that are hosted by friends. My youngest just went to a Halloween themed party for one of his friends a couple weeks ago and had an absolute blast. My oldest has his own group of friends that he knows from school, and because of the nature of where they live, they're fairly close to each other. So yeah, although the tablets and the phones or all these things are distractions for children, they're not a replacement for actual interaction with other kids their own age, or even younger or older. Like my kids really did suffer, and I'm sure many others did during the COVID lockdowns when they could not go to school, where they could only see their friends, their teachers, through a computer screen. They didn't want that. They didn't like it at all. They wanted to go to school. They wanted to physically interact, to see their friends. So yeah, even though tablets, phones, or mobile devices all over the place are a big thing for kids specifically, that's conversations. Age limit, like I'm guessing you're meaning like down in terms of um, just, I say be to responsible parenting. It's okay, like okay, take your child to a place where they can't necessarily make a whole lot of noise or lose their minds and stuff like that. So you got to keep them entertained but quiet. This is an option: the phone, the tablet. I don't really trying to tell. Come on, people, let's go. They have the roadblock going to the right. Anyway, it comes down to the first and foremost before it does anything else when it comes to responsible with these mobile devices. So they should be the ones. They are the ones that know their children better than anyone else. They're the ones that know their children, their likes, their dislikes. So they should be the ones, first and foremost, in charge of that whole thing. But do I think there should be like an age limit? Not really. It should be situational based. It should be based on the event at hand, the situation at hand, and what is needed of the child at that time. Now, if you're at a party, specifically a kid's party, then yeah, there should be no tablets, no phone, go run, go play. Now, if, say, this is some other type of event where come on, people, let's go. Come on, lady. You're getting a ticket. People never learn. You literally have a cop car blocking 2 lanes of traffic and cops literally sitting there, and you're still going to try and make that right answer. Brilliant. Did they even let the guy through? I don't even think so. Anyway, yeah, it all it comes down to situational awareness, what is needed at that time. So sometimes it is needed. Sometimes you do need to get something, to entertain the kids. And nowadays the kids are becoming so much more advanced, so much younger, where, simply putting on an episode of their favorite TV show, their favorite cartoon, is not enough. Sometimes they need something a little bit more interactive. These are all options, but they shouldn't be your only option as a parent on how to entertain your kids. So there's that. But again, like I said, it all comes down to the situation, making the right decision at the right time for the right event. What is going on? God, I really hope whatever that is done before by the time I eat it. Yeah, like I said before, my kids have phones, but if you really saw them, the only time they're really on their phones for an extended period of time, usually watching YouTube videos and stuff of that nature, is on road trips. Long periods of time when you're seated, you can't really move, you can't really get up and walk around and do stuff that, say, a kid would want to do. Yeah, in that situation, it's perfectly fine setting up a tablet, behind a headrest, or if they're a little bit older to get a phone or whatnot. You got to keep kids entertained. If not, that they get into stuff that they shouldn't get into. But that comes down to the parents. It comes down to the parents to make the decision who gets what, when they get it, and in what condition they get it. Oof. Come on, people. You're gonna make me late for work, and I hate being late. Let's go. All right, so we're running down to the wire here. Idiot traffic and people that don't know any better have caused me to have to do this, and that is basically cut this stream out now before I've even parked. I have maybe about 5 minutes before I need to be clocked in fully, so I can be on time, and I'd rather be early. So we're gonna cut out today's stream here. But as always, you can check me out on my channel, the Black Hood Crew on YouTube and Facebook, and then my name directly right there on Twitch, Twitter, Steam, Trovo, TikTok, Instagram. I will be on tomorrow night, 9 p.m. For Apex Wednesdays, which I think I'm actually doing a little bit better because I got my first win last week. So Apex Wednesdays tomorrow, Among Us on Thursday, and then Fortnite Friday. So until tomorrow night, be safe, be smart, be excellent.